All right, let's dive into something huge for anyone with a game-changing idea, but, not a game-changing budget. We are breaking down Jay Ross's incredible book, Low Cost Marketing, and we're going to completely flip how you think about marketing, turning it from this big, scary expense into your single greatest weapon. If that sounds good to you, seriously, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on more explainers just like this one. So, why is this so important? Well, just look at this number, 72%. A study found that a staggering 72% of new businesses fail within their first 3 years. Gone. Poof. And only about 4% really make it big. So what's the difference? Well, it turns out the winners are run by people who have a marketing mindset. And that is exactly what we're going to build today. And this quote right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. This is the big mental shift you have to make. It's not about your product, it's not about your factory, it's not even about your own skills. It is all about the customer. See, marketing actually starts in the customer's mind the second they feel a need. Your job isn't to push something you already made, it's to find that need and build the perfect solution for it. Okay, so to get you there, we're going to walk through 5 key parts of the book. We'll start with that all-important mindset, then we'll get practical with a 7-step plan. We're also going to demystify market research you can actually do yourself, reframe how you see pricing, and then we'll tie it all together with 4 super simple rules for success. So, first things first, let's get this straight. Marketing is not just a department down the hall. According to Ross, marketing is the business. It's the engine, right? It drives everything, what you make, how you price it, how you talk about it. It's a whole way of thinking that is available to literally anyone, no matter what your bank account looks like. So, how do you actually live and breathe this mindset? Well, it really boils down to these 4 foundational rules. Now, don't worry, we're going to come back to these at the very end, but they are so crucial we have to put them on the table right now. First, think. Don't just act, analyze. Second, communicate. Talk to everybody, your customers, your retailers, people who aren't your customers. Third, do it yourself. You will save a fortune and learn so much faster by handling things like research in-house. And finally, keep it simple. Complexity is the enemy when you're on a tight budget. Okay, on to our second section, the 7-step marketing plan. This is where we take that first rule, think, and we put it into a structured, really purposeful process. Look, when you have a low budget, you have to substitute money with thinking. The most expensive mistakes are the ones you make early on, and this plan is basically your roadmap to get it right from the very beginning. So this plan gives you that structure. Step 1 is idea formation, just a pure no-judgment brainstorm. Then comes step 2, the sober assessment, where you get real and rank those ideas. Step 3 is formulating questions, like, who's my customer? What will they actually pay? How do I get it to them? Step 4 is data collection, where you go find the answers. Only then, once you've done all that, do you move to step 5, brainstorming the marketing. That's followed by a good old SWOT analysis to see where you stand, which finally brings you to step 7, writing the actual marketing plan. Now, this SWOT analysis is specifically for a small business, and it shows you something really important. Your strengths aren't giant factories. They're your low costs, your speed, your ability to talk directly to customers. And you have to be honest about your weaknesses. Limited funds mean you have to be smarter. No brand recognition means you got to build trust from square one. Understanding these realities is absolutely key to building a plan that actually works. Which brings us to getting those answers. Market research sounds so expensive, doesn't it? But it doesn't have to be. In fact, doing it yourself is a huge advantage. Why? Because you get this gut feel for your customers that no fancy agency report can ever give you. The cheapest, most powerful tool you have is just communication. And your DIY research really falls into 2 camps. You've got desk research, which is finding info that's already out there, in libraries, in government reports, online. Then you've got field research, and that's about creating new information by actually talking to people. This means interviewing your current customers, your old customers, and your potential customers. You can even learn a ton just by calling up your competitors and asking for their brochures and price lists. And this is how you make that communication really, really effective. When you're asking questions, don't assume you already know what people want. Don't ask, so do you prefer our superior 8-foot trellis? No. Ask, which would you prefer, an 8-foot or a 6-foot trellis? Use simple language and make sure you're offering all the real choices, not just the ones that confirm what you already think. All right, let's move on to one of the most powerful marketing signals you have, your price. So many people think of pricing as just a numbers thing, a financial decision, but it's a core part of your marketing. Your price communicates so much about your product's quality and its place in the market before a customer even lays a hand on it. Think about it. We all know this phrase, right? Your price sets an expectation of quality and value. It's almost instinctual. If a pair of shoes costs $250, you expect them to be perfect. If they cost $2.50, you're not exactly shocked when they fall apart. A high price can signal quality, better service, a premium experience. A low price signals economy. Neither one is right or wrong, but you have to be crystal clear about the story your price is telling. Of course, before you can set any price, you absolutely have to know your break-even point. This is non-negotiable. It's the bare minimum you need to hit. You've got to calculate all your costs, production, marketing, overhead, even your own time, to figure out exactly what you need to sell at a certain price just to keep the lights on. So the whole goal comes down to this simple formula. The money coming in has to be more than all the money going out. That difference, that's your profit. That's what lets you stay in business and grow. Pricing isn't about being the cheapest. It's about being profitable and actually delivering on the value that your price promises. And that brings us completely full circle. After all the planning, all the research, all the pricing strategy, success in low-cost marketing always comes back to those 4 fundamental rules we started with. They're like your North Star for every single decision you make. So let's lock these in one more time. Think, using that 7-step plan to guide you before you spend a dime. Communicate by doing your own research to truly get your market. Do it yourself to save cash and get that priceless gut feeling. And keep it simple, from your pricing to your main message. These aren't just tips, you guys. This is the operating system for a successful low-budget business. So I'll leave you with this question, which is really the core of the whole book. Your budget isn't the real limitation. The real opportunity is in how you expand your thinking. Low-cost marketing isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart, being focused, and being completely obsessed with your customer. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and definitely subscribe for more explainers like this one. I'll see you in the next one.